Hey everyone, this is Dave from Jungle Ride. You're listening to the Dan Chan Show. Let's go!
So joining me tonight is Dave, vocalist, guitarist from Wisconsin's very own Jungle Ride. How you doing today, mate?
I'm doing good. Beautiful day. Doing day for full press. I love doing it.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're in Wisconsin, which is about, I think you're in like 150 miles from Green Bay. Is that right?
Yeah, about that. It's probably about a 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive. My guitar player actually lives like 45 minutes away from Green Bay.
Do you get a chance to go to Lambeau or?
I ain't been to Lambeau in probably 10 years. I'm one of those guys that watch. I got to watch the football by myself.
Properly, yeah.
At my house.
Same.
Everybody get away.
Well, you should feel sorry for us in this side of the world where we have to watch the games at 2:00 in the morning when it's a prime time game. That's very hard when you're watching playoff football and the Packers are losing to the Bears and it's 5:00 in the morning and you crack a beer while everyone's trying to wake up and I'm like celebrating. It's very difficult. But anyway, that's another story, mate. So I don't want to rub your nose in on that one. So I want to jump straight into this. A couple of weeks ago now, you released your 12th studio album, Cruel Face of War. How good is it to have this album out? And can you believe it's been 12 albums?
I can't believe, it's an amazing feeling. That's the biggest accomplishment I think I ever achieved is hitting double digits, man. I mean, who would have thought, that it would have made it this long? But yeah, it's pretty, I'm thankful for everybody, my guys in my band, sticking with me and the fans, supporting us for this long for me to keep doing it. I really love doing it and, we're here to stay, I guess.
I love that. And you know what? It's exactly everything I want from like, an OSDM record. You still got it. Is it still as fun now as it was, say, 30 years ago? You're still having as much, fun doing it?
Yeah, I am. I enjoy writing music more than touring. Touring's getting harder. We're getting older. We got families and, the way the economy's going with money, it's really getting tough, man. But
sure,
I really enjoy writing music. That's my passion the most, man.
So let's go into the album then. How was it? Was 4 years since your last album, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. So you've got 4 years to write. You write on the road a lot. You're doing a lot. So tell me how this album came about and the length of time to record it and write it. How do you do it as a band? Is it a bandit thing or?
Basically, we toured for 2 years on the last album called Arms. So we really didn't start writing until it took us a couple years to start writing the album. And most of the writing was actually done when I was on the road with Benediction. We did a tour with Benediction last year in the spring, and I was really writing a lot at that time. And, we always use the same formula. I write most of the music, and I get down with my guitar player. He sits down with me, and he puts it together with the Pro Tools and the drums. We put all that together, and then we're really good. Me and him work together, and then we send it off to my bass player, Jimmy, and he starts writing the lyrics, and then he sends it back and we finish it up and there it is.
How long has it been in the can for now? Has it been a while? A few months?
What's that?
How long has it been ready for, the album? Was it ready like late last year or?
Yeah, we finished the album in October.
Wow. Yeah. That's a long lead time.
Yeah, we've been sitting on it since October, yeah.
Is it frustrating? I mean, I've released albums with bands in the past. I know how frustrating it is. Sometimes you have to just switch off from the album, then you have to go back to the album to remind yourself what's happened.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It took me a little while though, man. I still, we wrote the album and then I had to still learn how to play and sing the songs. So it kind of took me a while to, I'm just finally. I'll be truthful. We're leaving for tour in a couple of weeks, and I just got it down within the last month. It
really
takes a little while to get confidence and sing and play. It's natural, but it still takes a little time.
Is it something you work on do you kind of have after you've done the album, do you have a break and then sort of like then get back into jungle rock mode when it's closer to release, close to touring and stuff?
Exactly, man. It's exactly what it is. I think the biggest problem on this one was we have so many songs now, man. There's over 100 songs.
Yeah.
And it's really getting hard to remember more songs. Another 10 songs in the head, it gets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot in there.
Man. Yeah.
It worked out. It finally came together. Like I said, the last month, I got them down now.
That's awesome. So do you class yourself as an underground band? Do you like that understated position to keep you in your box? Do you like that place, or
I call us the best kept secret. That's
yeah,
what
I
call us.
agree. I 100% agree with that. And
I
I've
mean,
been championing you for years, but
yeah,
I think you are.
we're underground warriors. I mean, that's what we are. I mean,
Do you like that
I am.
position though? Do you enjoy that, being the height of that? Like,
I guess so. Yeah.
mm,
I wish there was more to it, but I just think we are who we are. I mean, I think the band should be a little farther, in my opinion. I mean, but why that is, I have no idea.
well, life gets in the way a bit, doesn't it? When you get a bit older, and as you say, touring's more expensive and stuff like that. But we'll get into the touring. I want to
Yeah.
talk about the touring very soon. But so, do you feel there's any evolution with the band? 30 years, 12 albums, maybe dare I say, nearly 30. Administration coming through the band over the years. Band members coming and going and stuff, touring members. What is there any evolution with the band, or is it just like business as usual, moving through?
Yeah, just business as usual. We're moving through. I mean, Jimmy and Jeff have been with me now for close to 20 years, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they've
yeah.
been with me for a long
Yeah.
time. And Spencer, our new drummer, he's
Yeah.
looking at 7.
Wow.
We're 7.
Yeah.
So we've been a pretty stable lineup for a while. Most of the musician people always say we lost a lot of musicians and in and out of the band, but most of them were always hired on. They were
Yeah.
never
Of course.
a member.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's
We
going to
had-
be. I'm not saying there's any animosity over there. I'm just saying that there's been a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different,
Yeah.
minds coming through. But that's cool. So I always ask this to death metal bands: how is the lyrical writing process? And have you ever written lyrics? Do you do the lyrics, Dave?
Jimmy does the lyrics.
Jimmy
He
does the
most of
lyrics. Okay, so when
I
Jimmy,
quit doing the
go on.
I quit doing the lyrics in probably 2000. Would say 2005. I think I quitting doing lyrics. I just said to him, I think I killed everybody. I don't know who's left.
Well, this is what I was going to say, because death metal lyrics obviously so close to the knuckle, and sometimes can be like bordering on laughable, aren't they? That's what it is. It's how far you can push the extremes. You listen to bands these days like Sanguisugabog and 200 Stab Wounds and bands like that just go really out there. Have you ever written lyrics, or has Jimmy ever written lyrics that you've thought, oh no, that's just a little bit too much?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, we always try to keep it pretty tame. I don't want to go pissing people off. I'm not looking. That's the last thing we need,
Yeah, of course. Now, over the years as well, you've had a lot of guests, Schmier, Max Cavalera. This album, you've got Dave Ingram, obviously from Benediction. Obviously, spent time with Benediction. Was it a natural fit and an easy shoe in for him to come and do a guest slot on the album?
Yeah, I mean, like I was mentioning before, I was on the road writing a lot of that when we were on that tour, and they were hearing it every night, and they're like, "Holy shit, this shit's good, man! You guys, this is old school. We love it, and we just kept writing, and they'd come in the room and they'd hear clips, and then out of the blue, I just asked Dave, and he was honored. Timing is everything. The timing was right. That's how it was with Schmier and Max. We're on tour with Destruction, and that's how that happened. And Max as well. It's meant to be. But we played him the song, and he heard it, and he wanted it in, man. And
that's awesome.
He did a great job, man. I just love the way our voices mesh back and forth. He's very barbaric, and I'm a little bit more death metal.
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool the way it came out. I think it's one of the best songs as well.
Yeah, it's a great track. It really is a great track. Now, how do you feel the death metal scene is right now? And are there any new bands getting attention that you listen to? Do you check new bands out, or are you more like done with listening to new music? Should we say?
I think the scene is going great, man. The youth the next generation is definitely here to take over. We know that, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I mean, we love seeing that. But as listening to bands, I'm still listening to all the old school. I don't listen too much current, here and there I do, but I always go back to the roots that started me,
Well, that leads me perfect into the next question. How did it start for you musically? How did it start for this passion for metal and death metal and music in general?
Yeah, I come from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and it was a very underground scene here. I found it early on. It was a punk scene, and it was a major stop in between Chicago and Milwaukee, and we always had a lot of bands here, man. And that was my first taste of finding, underground music. And then it just progressed from punk. I used to see Exploited, UK Subs, all that I started out on. And then all of a sudden the next wave started coming. I remember seeing it changing, like in 81, 82, 83, it started getting a little faster, a little bit more crunchier.
Yeah.
Before Slayer was out, and then we found it, now I'm into the thrash now. But whoever got me started, I remember to this day, I think it was 1987, I went to go see Creator.
Yeah,
Cubby Bear.
I saw them a few weeks ago on the tour with Exodus and Carcass a few weeks ago. They were amazing.
Yeah, they just came through Chicago 2 nights ago. Carcass.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I seen him at the Cubby Bear, and I seen him play. I said, "This is what I want to do." He stole my soul right there. I went home and told my dad, and I want a guitar, and he bought me a guitar, and
great.
Here we are. Yeah,
that's amazing. Man. That's amazing. That's really cool. I was going to ask, what's the scene like in America's Dairyland, known as obviously Wisconsin? It's and the states as a whole. Do you feel like metal in general is in a good place in the states? Because obviously, a lot of festivals. So a lot of festivals you have in the states are so multi-genre. There's a lot of mixed bag of music and stuff. How is it going?
The scene for metal, death metal, is really good in the states right now. It's booming, but in Wisconsin itself, there's never really been a scene in Wisconsin for death metal. Yeah. We got the Milwaukee Metal. Fest. That's back. That was the only thing we really had, and that's where a lot of us, that's where we started our career. And a lot of these bands today that are still going today, like Dying Fetus, Cataclysm, we all started playing this Milwaukee Metal Fest in the early days. Yeah. That's how we all got signed. We all got signed at those festivals, and we're glad to see it back, man. It's actually in a couple of weeks. We won't be able to make it because we'll be in Europe, but there's never really been a scene though in Wisconsin for metal. It's always been the Metal Fest.
Did Slayer play Milwaukee last year? Didn't they? Did they play Milwaukee?
Slayer?
Yeah, I'm sure they did play the Milwaukee Metal Fest last year, didn't they?
Not Slayer.
Not Slayer. Must have got it wrong of somewhere else. I'm thinking of something else. So let's get into your shows. You've mentioned it a few times. Obviously, in a matter of days, shall we say, you're heading over to Europe. Tell us about the tour. You've got a whole string of dates over here.
Yeah, we've been doing for the last 3-4 years. We've been concentrating more of doing Europe. It seems like that's been working for us. I think to get us a little more, it's been working out great doing the big festivals. And for the U.S., it's just been tough for us, man. We ain't been getting proper offers, so we ain't been taking them. And but I'm happy to say that we finally got one, and we're going to announce it pretty soon for the U.S. We got a good one lined up for September as well. So, but me personally, I like touring in Europe a little bit better because they take care of us. I think they appreciate us a little more, and the hospitality, you can't beat it anywhere.
Yeah, I can believe
that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and touring the States is a lot harder. It's just like we have to fight
a lot of traveling.
Yeah, everything's spread out so far. That's everything's an 8-hour drive every night, and that's what's tough about it, man.
Yeah, here you can just get between 5-hour drive between Madrid and Barcelona. You got 2 huge cities. You know what I mean? A very short journey, which is pretty cool. So, I was going to say, do you enjoy your time in Europe? You've had so many years over here, and you've got a slight gap, haven't you, between the shows? Do you fly back for a couple of weeks, then come back?
Yeah, we're coming back and forth because of family and stuff like that. Yeah. It's cost us a lot of money, but it's worth it, man, for peace of mind and stuff like that.
Of course. And I
enjoy going there.
Yeah,
I enjoy going to Europe. I don't see much when I'm there, because you're in and out. You're playing shows. We're lucky if we got an hour.
Yeah,
we're lucky if we got an hour and a half to just run around and see something, But I love being there. The people are nice. The food is great.
The food. I was going to say the food, and if you like a bit of beer as well, there's some awesome beer in Europe. I think it's the best beer in the world. So obviously, you've done a shitload of albums, you've done a shitload of touring. What do you actually prefer these days, or in general? Do you prefer the studio or stage?
That's a tough one. I love playing live, but I hate all the logistics and the drama that come with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the tough thing about it, man. But if I was to pick at this point right now, I think it'd be probably much just writing studio. I really like doing that. I really like working with my guitar player, and it's just more relaxing and less stressful.
Do you think that's an age thing, Dave?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's getting burnt out. Exactly. I think that's normal. I've been in the game a long time. I'm getting up there in age, and it's just getting harder, but I'll keep fighting the fight.
And obviously, with having, you've mentioned it, and having 12 albums behind you, which must be in the region of 130 plus songs, right? How do you refine a set list? Obviously, it's new album heavy, but how do you pick up on the other 11 albums?
I think over the time we played enough songs that we know which ones go over live the best, you know what I'm saying, and what the crowd should yell, what they want to hear,
Yeah.
We kind of feed on that, you kind of know from the fans, they scream them out, and they're gonna come to the ones we keep on like that. Yeah. Then you got the classics, you got to play, you always want to play the video ones because they know the video songs, because they're in their head.
Yeah.
But mostly because you can feel from the crowd, they're always yelling songs out all the time.
Yeah. Do you enjoy all the razzmatazz that goes with a new album launch, doing the videos, the photo shoots, the interviews, the build up to the album, and then do you enjoy all that process?
Yeah, that's the reward. That's the reward from all the hard work you do of writing, and then you see it starting to take its course, and it's creating the big ball. It's pretty cool. And then here we are. Now we're getting ready to go tour and play the new songs. It's really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some fun questions for you, Dave. Are you going to be right with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what you think. What's one thing everyone should try at least once?
What would try what?
What do you think? What's one thing everyone should try at least once?
Hunting.
Okay.
Hunting. Yeah, I'm a big hunter.
Are you? What kind of what do you hunt?
I hunt everything. I'm off of touring. That's what I do. I'm a guide. I take people on hunting. I'm a guide, and
oh right,
I've been doing that for over 30 years.
Like James Hetfield.
Yeah, he's a big hunter too. Yeah, but yeah, I've been doing that for 30 years. That's what I do for a job. And
what do you hunt in a county full of in a state full of cheese?
Most of it's upland game like birds. Pheasant, duck, geese, deer, bear, turkey.
Bear. Wow.
Oh yeah. We got all that. Yeah.
Have you ever got a bear? Oh
yeah, several bear.
Wow. I didn't realize I know there's a lot of bears in the States, but I didn't realize Wisconsin was a hotbed for bears. Hold on a minute. What kind of bears are we talking about? I've just realized what you said. Are you taking the piss?
The bears.
Not these bears, not my Chicago bears. Okay. This is a good question for you then, because if you're familiar with guns, what would your perfect murder weapon be and why?
A bow and arrow.
Yeah. Simple.
I'm a bow and arrow hunter.
Is that what you use? Really? You don't use gun. You don't use weapons. Like it's a bow and arrow.
But for the big game, I use the bow and arrow. But for bear jobs, you use shotguns. You got to shoot them with shotgun. But big game, bow and arrow for sure.
Wow, because I'm from Nottingham originally in the UK. And what's Nottingham famous for, Dave?
Huh?
You know what Nottingham is famous for?
No.
Robin Hood.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so obviously when we're kids, we're always running around Sherwood Forest with our bow and arrows, but obviously just like rubber ends, so they don't kill anything. Anyway, here's the next question. If you could know the truth to one question, what would it be?
That's a good one.
Stump some people, this.
I'm not sure, man. That's a stumper, man.
We can pass.
Maybe why the band-aids and maybe why Junk Rod didn't get any bigger.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Well,
that's always on my mind. It is always on my mind.
100%. 100%.
I always think, that's a question that I always why.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, if you could steal credit for any piece of art, song, film, what would you want to claim? Something from the past, something like, oh wow, I'd love to have done that. What would you say?
As in movie wise?
Anything, movie, book, film, album, anything you could put your name to.
Let's see. These are some good questions. I'm not sure.
Like a lot of people say Master of Puppets. They love to put the name to puppets or certain Stanley Kubrick films or something like that. But if you can pass, mate, we can pass. Not a problem. We can cut this out. Okay. If you could choose one song to play every time you walk into a room, like a walk-on song, what would it be?
be one of ours, man. I
Yeah,
think
go on. What would it be?
uh, I actually like the newest stuff. I like Apocalyptic Dawn. I think that's one of my best songs I wrote, man. I'm really
Yeah.
happy with that song, and I think a lot of people like it, man. I mean, I think it really stands forward, you know.
Yeah, I agree. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, who has the best metal, US or Europe?
Europe for sure.
Yeah, why?
Um, I just, Europe stole my soul first. I found Destruction, Sodom, and Celtic. That's what really, got me going in Creator.
Mm.
That was I just think the Europeans write it a little better. It's got that, when you listen to, the European metal, it just has that sound and that style. I just think it's just more, I just think it's more talented and just better. I think they invented thrash, in my opinion, and
Mm.
I've always looked up to the European bands more. And one of the things I like about the European bands is, don't take it wrong, anybody, but I always like the European bands. It seems like they always have like not a gimmick, but they have a stage wear. I like how they wear the leather and the stuff like that. And more of the American bands are just like, five guys that got off work and got on stage,
Yeah. I get
You know what I'm trying to say? And,
Yeah, of course.
I always respected the European
Bit more
bands.
effort and thoughts got into it. Definitely.
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
I would kind of wish Jungle was like that too, but you know what I'm saying? Most of the American bands look like they just got off work and got on stage, that's how it looks to me.
Get it. I get it. Now, up in Wisconsin, do you have the death penalty?
We don't.
You don't.
We should.
Well, yeah, maybe with a bow and arrow. But what would your death? The question is, what would your death row meal be? A starter, a main course, and a dessert.
The starter would be a Caesar salad.
Nice, classic. With chicken or not?
No chicken.
No chicken, right? Just straightforward. Okay, what's the main course? Something meaty, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just a good fillet, maybe two fillets.
Oh, yeah. And what about dessert?
I'm a fan of chocolate ice cream, man. I love chocolate ice cream. Any kind of chocolate ice cream.
That's my favorite menu, this, mate. I'm coming to your restaurant. That's cool. Right, so we're going to finish up now. So I want to ask you a message to the fans, drop a little word about the new album, and then we'll sign off there and we'll say goodbye. But what we got to say to people?
I think they should come and check out the new album. I mean, it's one of the best we did. If you ain't heard of Jungle Rot, this is the time to step up and listen to us. It's a great album. I think it will grab your soul. I mean, this is, something that Jungle Rot always does is, I think if you don't know us and you start listening to us first time, we have something to offer. And what that is when you listen to it, it seems like those rhythms always stay in your head. You'll find yourself catching yourself, humming them and stuff. And, I think that's what we're best at is writing those, soul taking rhythms that, that get you,
Exactly. So the brand new album, Cruel Face of War, is out now. Europe tour coming up the next couple of months now. And then you're going to be announcing something in the States very soon as well for this year or sometime like that, I assume. So you've got a busy time ahead. So I appreciate your time today, Dave. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, right? For you.
Yes.
And are you off with your bow and arrow anywhere?
Not yet. It's put away for the year, man.
Oh, is it no? You can't. Is this no hunting season now?
No, the hunting goes from October to
Gotcha.
October to February.
So what's your plans for the weekend? More rehearsal?
No, just hanging with my wife and my dogs and relaxing and just trying to get ready to leave.
Yeah. Not
days
long.
are ticking down. The days are ticking down, and every hour counts right now before we go.
Of course. Well, we're looking forward to. If you get a chance to catch these guys on the road, you must do. Unfortunately, you're not coming to Barcelona, so I won't get a chance to see you this time. Maybe next time. So, Dave, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I had a great time.